Back here with round 2 of our triple 10th edition rough drafts, and I don't really like this hand. I think I'm going to mulligan the 2-lander. Ugh. Alright, let's scry for a land. Maybe I should have kept the 2-lander. If we can get to 3 lands, Soul Warden. Well, I guess it's our turn to be punished by variance. I guess I should have went to 5 or kept at 6. Grizzly Bears. If we draw 2 lands in a row, I think we can still get back in it. Well, there's 1 land. Pass the turn. 1 more land gets us to Rager, which hopefully gets us to our 4th land for double Highway Robber. And then we kinda are in the game. So that's the question. Do we draw a land this turn? And how much more pressure does our opponent have? Alright, Invoker. At least it's only a 1/3. Oh, alright. Well, we can play an actual game of Magic. Rager gains our opponent life, draws us a card, not a land. Well, I guess in the worst case, we can Looming Shade or Assassinate if we don't get our 4th land. Someone's going to attack with both. We are going to try to trade with Grizzly Bear. And it works. Alright. And Stalking Tiger gains our opponent life. Come on, land. Well, I guess we just have to Looming Shade, unfortunately. We're going to take a big beating here. We did not find the 4th land. Alright, down to 10. Hopefully our opponent's about out of action. Something else? Even Cloud Chaser. Gains our opponent a life. Land? Alright, there's 4th land. What do we do now, though? I guess we Assassinate Stalking Tiger, pass the turn, and block with Looming Shade. We're going to have to find a removal spell for the flyer at some point. Ooh, Pacifism. That does give our opponent some more damage. Down to 6. We can go back up to 8, though, thanks to Highway Robber. Ooh, well, let's first Highway Robber. Gain some life. Have a blocker on the ground. Then we can try to Snapping Drake to block the flyer, possibly. Another land. Opponent gets in 4/2. Yeah, let's Snapping Drake on defense. Opponent's going to have a ton of life, which might make it hard for us to actually win. Hopefully they can't deal with our Snapping Drake. We really want to be able to trade here. Opponent attacks. We are going to block. Alright. Troll Aesthetic. We don't have a great answer for that. I don't want to just have to chump Troll all the time. But that might be where we're at. Hexproof, Regenerate. Well, let's Highway Robber. Put our opponent down to 28, or 26. Play Swamp, pass. That Troll is going to be an issue. I don't know if we literally have any card in our deck that can just block Troll. Down to 5, which means a lot of chumping. Afflict can kill Soul Warden. Well, let's Afflict, see if we can hit a land to play Puppeteer. Well, Ravenous Rats is alright. Ravenous Rats make our opponent discard their last card. Oh, that was a Wrath of God. Good to know. Opponent's going to start gaining insane amounts of life. Plays a land. Well, we get to chump with our Ravenous Rats. Well, let's Essence Drain that thing. Opponent gets to gain life. I think at some point we're going to have to race. I don't think we have another way of winning. So our opponent goes up to 36. We hit them down to 32. So basically we're just in race and chump mode until we figure out, I don't know, like, I guess Husk gives us a sort of blocker. Husk, Sack Shade. Alright, let's attack with both. And then, Swamp, Gravedigger. Get back Ravenous Rats. Ravenous Rats. Make our opponent discard their last card. It was a land. Still, that's Troll. We just can't beat the Troll. We gotta just keep chumping. Opponent passes. Well, let's 1, 2, 3, 4 sift. Discard a swamp. Swing with the crew. Land. Rager down to 1, or down to 4. If we get hit by a Troll, we'll be down to 1. Our opponent's back down to 22. I think we just got to keep chumping and drawing cards and hope that this will get us there eventually. They're going to regenerate. Alright. And, uh-oh. Kavu Climber draws another card. Now we need more removal. Or this is just going to abyss us. Well, let's sift. Discard a swamp. Play Nantucko Husk. Land. Pass the turn. How do we get our opponent down to 0? If they didn't have that Troll, it would be much easier. Opponent's down to 1 card. We're running out of draw, though. And we can't get hit by much of anything without dying. Attacks with the Troll. Well, we're going to block with Husk. And then just sack. They regenerate. Just sack the Shade. We draw another swamp. Alright, Puppeteer. Swamp. Pass the turn. Oh, Troll. Alright, gets in with the Griffin. We gotta block the Troll. Our opponent can regenerate. Down to 2. Haunted Wumpus. Ugh. We can't even play Graveborn Muse, or we just lose. I think we're dead. Terror the Wild Griffin. Graveborn Muse. Swamp. Pass the turn. We just don't have a way to deal with the Troll. Oh. Well, our opponent has a couple of really good rares. They have Troll and they have... Well, they passed? Well, let's sack Gravedigger. Tap down Haunted Wumpus. We draw a card. We draw two. Oh, Husk is a zombie as well. Alright, well, we were dead anyway. Oh, how do we block a troll? Do we have a card that can do it? I guess Sea Monster? We gotta bring in Sea Monster? Oh, troll is so annoying. And maybe a Dusk Imp? And they have Wrath of God. Go down Crab and Warden? Try it like that? Ugh, Troll is so bad. And by bad I mean good, but... Alright, we get to play first. Alright. I think we can keep hands like this because we have so much card draw to draw into. Alright, Swamp go! Forest for our opponent. I guess we can just hope they don't draw the troll. Plains and Grizzly Bears. Well, Swamp and Puppeteer. Pass the turn. Hope our opponent doesn't untap Forest Troll. Gonna get in for 2. And pass. Alright, no troll in hand by the looks. Well, Swamp and Highway Robber. Put our opponent to 18. Get in with our Puppeteer. Put our opponent to 17. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Alright. Well, they have a flash creature. I didn't realize that was a thing that I had to worry about. Gets in for 2. Plays a Stalking Tiger. Well, let's land Essence Drain Stalking Tiger. Attack with Highway Robber. I kind of feel like we have to be the aggressor in this matchup. Is it Kavu Climber time on 5? Opponent gets in with both. Alright. Down to 19, 18, 17. And Ghost Warden. And Venerable Monk. Gains a couple life. Well, let's attack. And then Phyrexian Rager. Draw a card. Swamp. And pass the turn. Leave up Terror. Opponent goes to attacks. Swings with everything. We're going to block the Monk. And then we'll Terror the Monk. Still feel like we're pretty far behind. Down to 12. Even Cloud Chaser. Well, Rager draws us a card. Another land. Keep attacking. Swamp. Gravedigger. Get back the Puppeteer. And pass back. Opponent goes to attacks. Swings with everything. We will double block the grizzly bears. We could really use some card draw. Our opponent leaves. All right, down to 7. Trades off and passes. Let's do some attacking. Hopefully they don't have another flash creature. That would be such a blowout if they have another knight. Or the flash spider. Looks like they do not. Opponent's gonna block. And pump it up. And bandage. Oh my god. Alright, opponent's down to 8. Highway robber. Puts our opponent down to 6. Puppeteer. And pass the turn. Oh, that bandage was a blowout. If they didn't have bandage, we might have just won right there. Pacifism. Alright. Stops one of our blockers. Opponent gets in for 2. Come on, big draw. Island. Oh, we could have used card draw there. Well, I guess we just passed the turn. Forest for our opponent. This is going to be super close. We get to tap down the flyer. No attacks. We could really use a sift. Oh, there's the troll. Not a land here. Oh, that was a really bad time to draw land. This is where we needed to draw some action. Well, flooding out at the wrong time, plus bomb rares for the opponent is a easy way to lose. No attacks. Our opponent's playing very conservatively. But they are drawing action, apparently. Ugh. Climber. Yeah, they're drawing mega action, while we are drawing land after land. Well, Ravenous Rats is a chump blocker. I guess that's something. Opponent discards the plains. Island go. I feel like we could have gotten back into this if we had drawn a card draw spell. That's where things went really wrong, was just whiffing on card draw spells so many turns in a row. Attacks with Climber. Well, I guess we double block. Well, actually, let's not double block. Let's just chump with the rats. We need to leave some sort of pressure to be able to win this game. Haunted Wumpus. Jeez, opponent. And we draw a looter. Well, we're pretty much dead here. Looter would have been nice before we drew that string of lands, but now it's probably a bit too late. Well, let's tap down the Wumpus. Gets in with the flyer and the climber. We're going to double block the climber. They pump it up. Get 2 for 1. No. Jeez. Well, let's loot. Discard an island. Snapping Drake. How do we stay alive? We tap the Wumpus, we take 3, 6. We can kill the Wumpus, I guess. Oh, still, I don't think this does it. We tap down a Strider, but we still lose. If our opponent just swings with everything. And they do. Alright. Well, unfortunate. Unfortunate. I think our deck was good, though. Or decent. But, well, bowing out in round 2.